put in an honest day's work and not get a children's breakfast in return.
Hold up, waffles? Children only?
Rude.
I don't think so. I want waffles.
You always need a snack to pair with a show or a movie, so I guess this one is waffles.
Waffles. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Pineapple and Lemon channel.
Whoop whoop. Here on the YouTube.
We're here on the YouTube today.
Yes, we are.
I'm bringing you a TV show today.
Woohoo.
I was like, we have to do this show because it is coming back for season 2, and I'm very excited about it.
You've been talking nonstop about this.
Well, we're going to get right to it because today we're watching Severance.
Ooh.
Have you heard anything about this show before?
No.
Okay, that's a good start.
Absolutely nothing.
This is one of the shows where you hear the concept and you're like, that's just such a good idea. Why wasn't this already made before? To give you a very brief, just kind of idea, essentially Adam Scott's character in this show, he goes to work and he comes home and his mind is almost split into 2 separate parts. So when he is at work, he does not remember his home life. And when he is at home, he doesn't remember his work life. Obviously, there's a lot more to it than just that. This is a bit of a mystery, a bit of a thriller, a bit of an office comedy, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Like I said, Adam Scott's the lead in this, but I'm sure you'll recognize a few of the other actors. Ben Stiller is the director, I believe. I don't know if he does all of the episodes, but he's a big part of the creative team for this as well. The first season, I think, was pretty well received from what I've heard. I really enjoyed it. The second season is finally coming out. People have been waiting because the way the last season ended was such a big, like, oh my God, what's
Love it when they end on a cliffhanger and you're stuck waiting years to know if it's going to be resolved.
It's been a while. So if you don't have any other kind of questions, concerns before we get going.
No, I kind of just want to see what this is about. You've talked it up quite a bit. You're super stoked. So.
Well, I know I've kind of explained it, but just in case you want a little bit more of a plot summary here from IMDb, Mark leads a team of office workers whose memories have been surgically divided between their work and personal lives. When a mysterious colleague appears outside work, it begins a journey to discover the truth about their jobs.
Who are you?
This is an Apple original. I don't know if you've seen a lot of Apple shows, but from the ones I've watched, they've been pretty good.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a ton, so if people have recommendations, let us know. Because so far, everything I've seen is pretty good. Is that you at the office Monday morning?
On the boardroom table.
Asleep?
Yes.
Let me out!
What an interesting carpet.
Corporate chic.
It's something.
Don't you feel enriched in this office environment?
Who are you?
That's the first question.
First name will do.
Hold on a second.
Wait, hold the phone.
What is Mr. Egan's favorite breakfast?
That one makes no sense.
Right?
Yes, correct. Again, Monday morning before work.
Trying to motivate myself to get out of the car into the office. Have a good morning cry.
Yeah. Feel fresh for the day.
Well, at least he doesn't have to worry about his face being all red and puffy.
I was outside in the cold.
I wasn't crying in my car for 30 minutes.
It was the wind. It was the snow.
That's so unnecessary.
I know, but it makes you already feel like there's just so many things wrong, right?
I know. Well, I mean, the carpet for starters. And then the obnoxiously large desk in the middle of the room.
The set design on the show really enhances the feeling that it's trying to make you feel.
See you this evening.
Yep. See you soon.
Top secret government agency that has to get scanned before he can even go through the elevator.
He says, I'll see you in the evening. He says, I'll see you soon. Because for him, it will feel very soon.
Yeah. Love the elevator music.
It truly is just like pure elevator music.
Classic elevator music, yeah. It's a very long hallway.
Well, you have to make sure your secrets are buried deep within the building.
Honestly.
I always panic a little bit when I go to like a doctor or like a dentist and they're like, okay, now find your way back. And I'm like, wait, what way did I come on
Right?
from? Where am I
It's
right
like, it's
now?
like when you ask them too, I was like, where's the washroom? And then like, oh yeah, it's just back at the right. I'm like,
Back where?
then you start walking towards it, and then you're like, am I allowed in this area or not?
Where did I end up?
Can you just walk me to it?
To put in an honest day's work and not get a children's breakfast in return.
Hold up, waffles? Children only?
Rude.
I don't think so.
I want waffles. You always need a snack to pair with a show or a movie, so I guess this one is waffles.
Waffles.
But like a plain waffle. Based off of how squeaky clean this place is.
No maple syrup even?
Well, you just said they were being stingy with the creamer, so why would they give you maple syrup?
Well, it's very anti-Canadian of us. though.
Well, this is a very American show.
Delaware.
Name a U.S. state or territory.
You look awful. You look hungover.
He was feeling pretty good in his hallway walk this
I
morning.
know. Now he's questioning his life decisions.
You guys are one of my favorite office friendships.
My condolences.
They were shipping them.
Congratulations.
Wow. Real spiffy.
Upgrade.
It's like an American Psycho when the cards are both white.
Our last refiner, who was a woman, was
Carol.
Did you ever work in an office with a water cooler?
No,
That was such like a thing back in the day.
I know.
Don't do that.
Everyone just brings their own water bottles now.
Yeah.
Here are the water filling stations.
she looks nice.
She's on the table. Seems like a sweet gal.
Oh, mystery solved.
To see the inverse from the other
I
perspective.
know, yeah.
Did you grow me as food and that's why I have no memories?
That's one theory.
That is a weird thing to jump to.
I can sense that the questions made you feel afraid or disoriented. Well, the good news is you're at an orientation.
They nail the tone of
Right.
corporate speak.
Seesaw.
How's that for work-life balance?
Oh, that voice's name was Petey, and he became my best friend.
See, I think they were shipping them.
Yeah.
The whole office.
Back through the maze.
What was the hall we were supposed to turn down?
I think I was supposed to turn this way.
There's that Severance score. We didn't see the title, like the theme song for this episode.
Am I dead?
No.
They're like, we know people speculated for Lost. We're going to go right off the bat. This is not what's happening in this show.
I've wanted to pummel Mark myself, but I am his employer.
I don't think you can say that.
I don't know, is HR listening?
Make it the most big, obvious band-aid
I know,
you can.
right?
Hello.
Oh, hi. It's the warmest greeting she's gotten all day.
Aw.
So right off the bat, obviously, the moral and ethical considerations for something like this, but it can be used as a metaphor for like how we split ourselves for our work and our personal life and what you're willing to do to accomplish those things. So what I mean, just on a base level, this concept
Yeah.
is a great concept. Oh, dang. VIP access?
Wow.
How much is that worth?
You get a soda.
Dang, they really do stagger those exits. Everyone's gone.
Will they start exit at like when they open?
They say 5, but who knows? Yo, what happened to going to Pips for dinner?
Right?
Were we saving up that VIP card for later?
Yeah, special occasion.
Oh, Pips.
Is Pips like the Applebee's? Like,
Do they have waffles at Pips?
So I'm curious for your take on all of this. The food, the life of it.
This is such a dinner party conversation.
this is why we don't do dinner parties.
Not like this. No.
I mean, not trapped, but
But what?
But trapped.
If you can think of any other word. Stuck.
I'm making my thesaurus out.
the point
is that Mark made a decision, and that decision was controversial.
Is that the point?
Is that the point?
Is this the point?
You know, I was saying my friend in Lima hasn't had a food-based dinner event in.
Food-based dinner event.
Give me the food.
If you provide said child with all of its beds upon birth, you allow it to progress across the room at its own rate.
What?
You know, you just need to have 3 beds ready for baby all the way up to grown.
That's why you get a convertible one.
It gets bigger as
See,
the
I have
person
already
grows.
thought of this.
Good night, my lord.
Good night, milady.
There's some weird things you just have with your sibling.
Yeah.
And I think that was a nice little thing just to add. Because it's like, why would you? But it just makes sense that
Yeah,
you have
100%.
weird things like that.
You have like nicknames for your siblings.
yeah, just little inside jokes.
And the fact that they continued with that into adulthood, right?
Yeah,
Like,
they've probably
that
been
doesn't
doing
change
that
anything.
since they were kids.
Yeah.
Had to drown out the memory of mom and dad switching out my beds when we were kids.
Never been able to recover from that one.
I do really like the sibling relationship.
Yeah, it's a nice, like a
It's
back and forth.
refreshing that they're just quippy.
Yeah. Any other time we've seen him, he's so sad. Otherwise,
I know. I mean,
kinda-
even like it's like dry humor, but it's still funny.
Mhm.
Hello.
He's in the VIP area at Pips.
Hey.
You know, I actually can't talk right now. I'm out at dinner.
A very important dinner for a very important person.
My name's Petey. I'm from work.
What?
It's best friend Petey.
You're Biffle.
I'm your best friend. You're my very good friend.
Interesting way to.
You're not my best friend.
Yeah.
I'm your best friend.
rough conversation.
You're just my friend.
Who's his best friend then?
Secret. Wait, what did he get for food?
I don't know if he ate.
They're really hyping up this Pips dinner thing. I want to know what he's
VIP.
gonna get. It's like burgers and fries. Like, what is it?
No, it's like a 5-star like Michelin star course meal.
Right?
Pips.
How was dinner?
Fine.
Good old Pips.
It's his boss.
Oh, how's that for a knowing glance?
It's definitely a really interesting concept.
Doesn't it just hook you?
Yeah.
You're already thinking through so many things, right?
Yeah.
You have the workplace, what's going on at the company that would require them to sever from themselves, right?
Right.
There must be some important information or some secrets or something, right? But then you have the like Audi, that's what they call them, world. Why is his boss his neighbor? What's going on with Petey? Why did he unsever?
Yeah.
So you have 2 separate worlds almost going on,
Mm-hmm.
but each are posing intriguing ideas.
Yes. Well, it's like completely different personalities essentially, right? Because the boss is literally 2 different people.
Yeah.
But then it kind of like the first thought that I had was when I was like, okay, the neighbor's gonna be the boss. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm just like looking at her. I'm like, wonder if like she is there keeping an eye on him.
Right. So then is your thought, is she severed or is she not severed?
Right.
But then if she's not severed, why isn't she? You know, like what does she know then? That leads to, we kind of get an idea of why Adam Scott's character got severed, because his wife passed away, so he was grieving. So instead of kind of dealing with those feelings, he just has an out-of-body experience almost.
Wants to disassociate.
But then we're bringing up with Petey coming in.
Yeah,
There's something else going on there, right? So
it's very layered and there's like a lot going on. But it's definitely like it gives you enough that you're kind of satisfied but not quite.
I think the concept, like we've been saying, you understand it right away. So yes, it is like a science fiction concept, but you get it. And I think that's a really good starting point.
Yeah.
Because then they can dive into the parts they really want to get to. It's not about the procedure, it's about what happens, what are the consequences of these things happening.
Right.
Even at the dinner party, they're talking about like a lot of people in this universe don't agree with the surgery.
Yeah.
So that's another added layer.
One of the questions that I was thinking was, how new is this? If it's not, everybody on the streets doing it, right?
Yeah.
So it feels like it's still fairly new and it's quite controversial because it sounded like Mark was the only one at the dinner table who'd done it.
Yeah.
Or even, I guess, had a recollection of doing it, which feels that it's still very new. It's very taboo. I'd be curious to see like how they explore it and like how this thread unravels, because it feels like there's a couple different threads that we can pull at here. But then, like I said, it kind of like leads up to the series conclusion. But then we have to wait.
The first season does not answer all your questions, obviously, because there's a second one coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have a plan of how many seasons it's going to be. Like, I don't believe the second season is the last season, but like, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But to have an idea, to see it well executed, we were seeing in the credits here, like Ben Stiller was an executive producer on it.
Yes.
There's a lot of craft going into the show, because it's not only the story that's intriguing, it's the sets. It's all the acting is good. Like there's a lot of, they're firing on all cylinders for the show. And I think that's what really makes it stand out.
It's definitely one of those where everything has a meaning and everything's there for specific reasons. Like we were right away, we noticed the set design. Yeah. That is structured because it's important. And then how they're dressed, how they're speaking to each other, and the difference of the personalities of like, this is me while I'm at work and this is me while I'm at home.
It's one of those shows where I'm just like, if you haven't watched it, give it a try because it will just lead you further and further down the rabbit hole as it goes on. And like I said, I remember watching the finale and I was like,
mind blowing.
It was so much going on. And I was like, this might be one of the best episodes of television that I've seen. When it came out, I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, it really gets you hyped up for season 2, and it's been so long. So now I'm like, do I just rewatch season 1 right before season 2 comes out just to make sure?
You might have to.
I'm ready to go.
Re-hype you up. Yeah.
But I definitely remember how season 1 ends. Like,
it's one of those that like stays with
sticks.
you. And every once in a while, you'll be like minding your own business, and it'll just pop in your head and be like, oh right, that happened.
Severance. I was not severed from this show.
Oh no.
But overall, what are kind of your general thoughts, or if it's something you could see yourself watching more of, or what are your feelings?
Yeah, no, I think it's something that I would probably continue. Like the concept is quite interesting, and the more that I was watching, the more questions that I had. So I'm curious to see like how it would unravel, where it's going. Because I mean, the way that they've set it up, it could really go in so many different directions right now, based off of traditional like science fiction and like what we've seen in other media platforms. So this is something I probably would continue watching to kind of like you said, especially because you've hyped up the finale quite a bit. Well, so I'm really curious to see like in the coming episodes, like what are the questions that they're going to answer, and then what do they answer in the finale, and then what is going to be continued on into season 2, and how are they going to answer some of those questions that weren't answered in season 1.
Overall, I think generally positive on this show. Excited for season 2 that should be coming out.
I'm fairly confident that like I will be watching the rest of the season 1 before season 2 comes out, because it's something that I'm curious to see how it's going to evolve. So yeah, you guys will have to let us know if you've seen the show.
Yes.
If you haven't and are planning to watch it, and what you liked, what you didn't like about it. Are you hyped for season 2? It's been a couple years now since the first season's come out.
But yeah, if you like us over here, you can check us out also on Spotify at Pineapple and Lemon Podcasts, where we go a little bit more in depth onto talking about things that we've watched and other topics, maybe books, maybe scores, maybe who knows.
Who knows? All the above. Video games.
Yeah,
we do trivia. We do
whole range of stuff.
A whole bunch of things over there.
And I hope you too can one day be a VIP at Pips.
VIP at Pips. That's what we're going for, guys. That's our new goal in life.
That's
VIP
what I
at
strive
Pips.
for.
I think I need to Google if this is an actual restaurant or not, because I'm very curious as to what their menu is. They hyped it with just a coupon, and I want to know what the menu is.
I want to know all the food.
I'm very curious now.
Thank you so much for watching with us.
It's been a blast and a half.
Had a really good time.
As always.
You could like this video.
Or subscribe, even better.
If you want to see something for us to watch in the future, like a movie or a TV show, please let us know in the comments.
And we'll get on that right away for you.
Yeah.
Woohoo!